Hello, I'm Jim Eastwood, the founder and president of J. Edward Group. I'd like to introduce you to my company and what we do. But even more important, I want to tell you why we do it. I've been a financial coach and advisor for over 25 years, and most of my career has been devoted to financial planning services for faculty and staff of colleges and universities like yours. I know it's no accident that very early in my career I began working with educators and researchers. I've always felt a kinship with people who teach, who gather, refine, and then pass along wisdom. You see, I've always considered myself first and foremost a financial educator, and I know I do a lot to help people become more knowledgeable and thus more in control of their financial lives. I also realize that being able to help sort out the maze of planning issues isn't due to my particular genius as an advisor, but simply that I've been around long enough to see most every situation more than once. Sometimes that's what it takes to be a good financial coach and advisor, and I'm very good at my job. Let me tell you a true story, and I won't mention any names or places, but it happened early on in my career, and it made an enormous difference in the way I view the work I do. I had just finished conducting a financial planning workshop for a department at a well-known university. We brought in lunch, had a great turnout, and the program was really well received. After the Q&A session at the end, when everyone had finished their lunch and the room was empty and quiet, I decided to relax and have some food too. Just as I was sitting down, a woman came into the conference room and asked me if it was okay to help herself to some lunch. She'd had a meeting and felt badly that she'd missed the presentation, so we talked and ate and finally made our introductions. I remember her reaction very clearly. Even after more than 2 decades, she turned to me and said one of her colleagues, a professor who had retired a year or so earlier, had told her about me and the work we had done together. "He said you changed his life," she told me, almost in a whisper. That moment changed my life too. Someone I had never met before that day spoke of the work I had done in a way that made me realize what I did for people really matters, and all I had done was to pass along the learning I had received. As I thought more about it, I also realized that what I had changed was really the behavior of that retired professor, and that was what had changed his life. If you've ever read Napoleon Hill's classic book, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about controlling your thoughts, and that your thoughts can be controlled if you work at it. Your thoughts control your feelings, and your feelings determine your actions. Actions repeated over time become habits, and your habits, good or bad, are the life changers. That's really my goal as a financial advisor and coach, to do everything I can to change people's lives. Most of the time by helping them change the way they think and feel about financial matters, which allows them to create positive actions, a clear financial roadmap created personally for each individual. If you'd like to find out more about how it's done, just type in your name and email, and the 20-minute video, The 5 Steps to Creating a Great Financial Roadmap, is yours free. All the best.